Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into something pretty interesting for salon owners or really anyone curious about revenue strategies, tiered service systems.
Yeah, looking at how offering different levels of service can, maybe boost a salon's income.
Exactly. Think of it as a quick way for you to get the gist of this approach.
And for this deep dive, we've looked at quite a few things, articles on strategy, guides for setting up pricing, even some real-world examples, case studies of salons making it work.
Right. So, our mission today is basically to pull out the key stuff from all that. Why might this tiered thing be good? And, how does it actually work on the ground?
Okay, so maybe let's start with the old way, the standard one-price-fits-all model. What's the issue there? What's the ceiling it creates?
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that. It's kind of like
Okay,
imagine you have a coffee shop, right?
okay,
You sell a basic black coffee, but you also make this amazing fancy latte, loads of effort, foam art, the works.
right.
If you charge the same price for both, well, you're missing out, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. The people who want the fancy latte would probably pay more for it.
Exactly. And you're just not capturing that extra value.
And that translates directly to salons, charging the same flat fee for, say, a haircut, no matter if it's a quick trim by a junior or a complex style by a master stylist.
You end up potentially undervaluing your top talent.
Right. And you miss the chance to earn more from clients who are actually happy to pay for that extra expertise or, more premium experience.
Yeah, and it can cause other problems too, right? Like experienced staff might feel a bit, well, unappreciated. Maybe they look elsewhere.
Could do. And clients might struggle to see the difference in value if the price is always the same.
And the salon's profits, they can just sort of plateau even if everyone's working really hard.
So, okay, the tiered service system, how does that fix these problems?
Ah, right. This is where it gets interesting. Think about maybe getting your car washed. You've got the basic drive-through wash, then maybe one with wax, and then there's the full valet, the deluxe detailing package, different levels, different prices.
Gotcha. So applying that to a salon.
Exactly. You might have, say, a quick trim. Maybe it's with a newer stylist. It's efficient, neat.
Okay, the basic level.
Then maybe a signature cut. This is your experienced stylist using maybe more advanced techniques, bit more time, personalization.
Right, the mid-tier.
And then you could have like a bespoke style or VIP cut. That's your top stylist. Maybe includes a deep conditioning treatment, a longer consultation, really high end.
It's about offering choices.
Yes. Choices that match different client needs, different budgets. Some want fast and affordable. Others want the full luxury treatment.
And the sources we looked at really back this up, showing quite a few benefits.
Yeah, they do. Let's dig into those.
Okay, benefit number one, and it's a big one, more revenue.
Mhm.
How does that actually happen?
Well, it's pretty straightforward, really. If you offer premium options at premium prices, you capture spending from clients who are willing and able to pay more for that higher level of service or expertise.
Right, money that was potentially just being left on the table before.
Exactly. You're tapping into a wider range of what people are prepared to spend.
But it's not just about the high spenders, is it? What about choice and making services accessible?
That's super important, too. Tiered pricing means you're not pricing people out. Someone who just needs a simple, quick service can still come in at a lower price point.
So it caters to both ends of the spectrum and everything in between.
Yeah, makes the salon accessible to more people, potentially.
Okay, what about the team, the stylists? How does this affect staff motivation and keeping them around?
Well, think about it. If your top stylists are bringing in more revenue through higher priced services,
You can pay them better.
precisely, you can reward that skill and experience properly. And that, generally leads to happier stylists who feel valued.
Which hopefully means they stick around longer, reduces that costly turnover.
Absolutely. And it also creates a really clear path for growth within the salon, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, stylists can see a direct link between improving their skills, moving up a tier, and increasing their own earnings. It's like a built-in career ladder.
That makes sense. It gives them something tangible to aim for.
Yeah. And several sources also mention how it helps clients perceive value better.
Right, justifying the price differences. How does that work?
It's all down to being clear. If you clearly list what's in each tier,
Like premium cut includes relaxing scalp massage.
exactly, or VIP color uses premium bond building treatment. When you spell it out, the price difference makes sense to the client. They see what they're paying extra for.
So it moves away from just paying for a haircut to paying for a specific package of services and expertise.
Precisely. They feel they're getting fair value for their money, whichever tier they choose.
And then if you combine this tiered structure with, maybe suggesting relevant add-ons or products, what's the overall effect on the business side?
It all kind of works together to boost the bottom line. The tiers maximize the core service revenue, and then smart upselling or cross-selling adds that extra bit.
So it builds a stronger financial foundation.
Yeah, one source explicitly linked a well-structured pricing system like this to more sustainable business growth over time.
Okay, this sounds pretty good in theory. Let's get practical. If a salon owner listening is thinking, okay, maybe I should try this, what are the actual steps?
Right, let's break it down. Based on what we read, the first step is usually to identify your main services, your bread and butter.
Like maybe your top 2 or 3 things: haircuts, color, maybe blowouts.
Exactly. Focus on the big ones first.
Okay, got the core services, then what?
Then you create the levels for each. The sources often suggested 3 tiers as a good starting point, something like basic, premium, and luxury, or similar names.
Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3.
Yeah. And then this is really important. You need to clearly define what goes into each tier. What makes the premium cut different from the basic? What extra value does the luxury color offer?
Spell out the differences. More time, better products, specific techniques, added treatments.
All of that. Be specific. This is what justifies the price steps.
And speaking of price, setting those price points needs care, right? Reflecting the skill, the time, the extras.
Absolutely. The price needs to make sense for the value delivered at each level. It needs to feel fair to the client and properly compensate the salon and stylist.
Okay, structure defined, prices set. What's next? This seems like a big change.
Communication is absolutely key. First, with your team.
Right. Got to get them on board.
You need to explain the why behind it, how it benefits them, the earning potential, the career path we talked about. Get their buy-in.
Makes sense. They're the ones delivering the services.
And then you absolutely have to communicate it clearly to your clients.
How do salons best do that?
Use everything you've got. Update your website, post about it on social media, send out an email, have clear signs or menus in the salon.
Make it easy for them to understand the new options.
Yeah, highlight the choices, maybe explain the benefits of each tier briefly. Make it sound like an upgrade in options, not just a price change.
And I guess online booking systems can help here too.
Oh, definitely. Good booking software should let you display the different tiers clearly so clients can see the options and prices right when they book. Makes it very transparent.
We actually came across a really good example of this working in practice.
Oh, yeah. The salon owner in Denver, right.
Sarah.
That's the one. Tell us about that.
Okay, so Sarah's salon initially had just one price for all color services: $80, flat rate.
Right.
She decided to switch to tiers. She introduced, I think it was $60 for junior stylists, $95 for her more experienced pros, and then $150 for a VIP color service that included extra treatments and attention.
So 3 clear levels, and what happened? The results were pretty amazing, apparently. Within 6 months, her salon's revenue went up by 40%.
Wow, 40%, that's significant.
Huge. And interestingly, it wasn't just about the money. Her clients actually liked having the choice. They felt they could pick what suited their budget and needs better.
And the stylists.
They felt more recognized for their skill levels. The junior stylists had a clear path. The senior ones felt their expertise was valued. It was kind of a win-win-win.
That really drives the point home, doesn't it? That simple flat pricing, while maybe seeming easy, can really hold a salon back financially.
Absolutely. Whereas this tiered approach, it offers flexibility, it values the team properly, and as Sarah's story shows, it can seriously boost the bottom line.
It shows it's not just theory. It's a practical strategy that can make a real difference when it's implemented thoughtfully.
Yeah, definitely a powerful tool for growth.
So here's something for you, the listener, to think about. We've talked a lot about salons, obviously. But take these core ideas, different service levels, different price points reflecting different values. How could you see that applying elsewhere? Maybe in your own industry or other service businesses you use?
Yeah, where else could tailoring options like this make sense, both for the customer and for the business? It's an interesting question that goes way beyond just haircuts and color.